Hello everyone, welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. So we are in Ozima, the dwarf city, and as I said in the last part, my favourite location so far, and we have a whole bunch of stuff to do. Yeah, we have to speak to the leaders and a bunch of side quests as well. So I guess I should go speak to these guys first. And someone told me I should go there as well. Let's see what's in here.
Thief! Who would dare take from the memories? Orden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shapered. What have we been reduced to? I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
Great, that's another side quest.
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research.
What kind of research?
I was looking for something about the Orton Tig. It was lost during the last blight, and there aren't many records left. They were a noble house once, descended from the Paragon Orton, who composed the grand epic of the Seven Brothers and the Ortonic Symphony. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Orton, who was training in Orzammar when the Tig fell. I'm even named for the house, Orta. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads.
Well, I happen to be going that way at some point, so...
A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrimont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking. It's almost too much to hope.
Sure are picking up a lot of side quests. Ooh, chest.
Very well.
Ooh. Oh crap. I really need to get rid of some stuff, don't I? Well, I'm definitely get rid of one of those. Get rid of that. Let's go talk to the nobles now. Yet. I want to speak to the guys before we make any kind of decision. I think... Oh, this is the Royal Palace, okay. What did that do? Throne room. Can I go in? I can. Big grown lyrium here. Not in this fancy. What's in here? Hopefully not looting these guys. I'm ready to get rid of some stuff.
As you say. Enemies approaching! Very well. I never liked this part.
Killing my husband.
A bit more. Let's make this I think we work well together.
By the ancestors.
Good on you, Warden. You caught them in the act. I guess desperate times drive people to strange things.
It shall be done.
Yep, don't mind me while I just loot these guys.
Thanks again, Warden.
His voice sounds familiar. Then again, so does everyone's. It's the Bioware thing.
It is begun.
I'm guessing this leads somewhere. Past him.
No one enters the prince's estate without an invitation.
Okay, I was right. Time to go speak to these guys.
A new offensive is required against the Darkspawn, says Lord Balin.
Sounds like Balin's more likely to help us.
This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory.
Lord Balin suspected of personally defacing statues of the Paragons. Shocking.
That's the guy we have to speak to. Let's see what's over here first. Because I'm nosy. Ooh.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Can you, Liliana?
Something I can help with?
What do you know of this place?
Vast holes carved from the stone of the mountain, lined with the chiseled marble figures of paragons, so fine as to mirror life itself. Soaring ceilings grand enough to make any man forget the sky and the sun, and to question the reason for their existence. I have heard of these things and more, but none prepared me for what I have seen here. It is marvelous.
Don't know what to talk to should level up my lockpicking, huh? I might, come to think of it.
Greetings, Grey Warden.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Forrender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help. In an ordinary time, Lord Harrowmont would be honored to meet you. Unfortunately, we've already caught more than one of Balin's spies approaching Harrowmont under a pretense of friendship. So I'm afraid I won't be able to take your word. If you want to speak to Harrowmont, you will need to prove he can trust you. That's a generous offer. If you mean it, you might attend the proving today. The Deshers take it very seriously. And unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down. It would certainly make your loyalties loud and clear.
Whoa, whoa.
Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then.
I don't want to start picking sides.
Then I'm afraid your only choice is to wait until there's a winner. Lord Harrowmont cannot risk his life working with someone of unproven loyalties. If you change your mind, let me know. The proving is this afternoon, and Lord Harrowmont could certainly use you on his side.
I want to speak to the other guy first. Hold on.
Legion of the Dead sighted battling Darkspawn near Order. They have no... Raise your voice in favor of Lord Balin. He will bring us change.
Very well.
This is the wrong place. God, I'm not really on the ball right now.
Warden, welcome. It is always a blessing for Orzammar to host your order. I am Vartak Devorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring? Yes, the treaty. I've seen it in the Shaper's libraries. Now the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now. You must understand. Harrowmont hides behind his good reputation while sending spies and assassins. Balin can't know who to trust. It's been like a knife in the heart for Balin to see so many of his father's men stand with the usurper. Harrowmont has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Harrowmont's deception, I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude. Harrowmont promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers, Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. Harrowmont can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after the vote is cast. I have copies of the promissory notes Harrowmont gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their votes. That's not important. If they ask, say you found them while searching the Shaper's libraries for your treaty.
Yeah, that sounds a little bit dodgy.
Don't expect this offer to last. If my prince hears you swore allegiance to his enemy, he won't be so friendly next time. I will be here if you change your mind.
So, oh god, okay. I don't know. I'm gonna have to support one of them. But if one of them's claim to the throne is questionable and the other one is doing some shady dealings to try and do a smear job on the other guy. I mean, they're both trying to do smear jobs on each other, I mean, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know these guys, I'm trying to think long term here, but like, I don't know what any of these guys stand for, I don't know. I just feel like I don't have enough information, you know? Oh god. This is when me being a very indecisive human being is not going to help me. Guess I should talk to the lords.
The assembly is in
It shall be
session.
done.
Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the surface trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bannerlord, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Enough! The assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
So that went rather well. I mean, I'm gonna have to get my mind up at some point, aren't I? So I need to resolve this first. I mean, Balin kind of seems dodgier. Like, I'm sort of less inclined. Or can I do some trickery and manage to get an audience with them both without the other one knowing? I'm really unsure about this. Give me a minute to think. I'll be back. I think I will take these documents he gave me. Wait, do I have... Okay, no, I didn't get them from him. I should go and get them from him. And then I will expose his dodginess.
I hope you're not wasting my time with more dithering. The choice I gave you was clear.
Yeah.
If you want Balin to support you in your surface war, you'll have to help him take the throne. Excellent. I have the promissory notes right here. Just take them to Lady Dace and Lord Helmy, and show them Harrowmont is not as honest as he claims. Lady Dace doesn't leave the quarter much, but Lord Helmy's adventurous, likes to spend his time at Tapster's in the Commons. Remember, don't tell them you got these papers from me. You learned of them and drew your own conclusions.
Yeah, I'm selling you out. I'm gonna take these to the library. And make them look at them.
Disgusting. Someone stole from the Shaperate. The memories have never seen such a thing. I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dusttown. They couldn't know the value.
So he is not the guy to talk to. Is there someone I can talk to about this?
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories. The Shaperate guards Orzammar's knowledge. We have preserved in Lyrium all of the records of Dwarven history. The memories record all. They are how we know to which family a child owes life, how we trace lost ties. They ensure we forget nothing of our past, good or bad.
These promissory papers for me?
These are Harrowmont lands promised here. But these are not the deals we approved at the Shaperate. Where did you get these? Had he scripted these counterfeits? This is a serious crime. I will have the Ministry of Lands begin an investigation into the Gavorns immediately.
He was forged.
Not entirely. There were 2 promised deals, but their terms differed significantly from what is presented here. It appears the scripter altered the dates and locations of the agreements to make them identical. The prince consulted me before his father died. He wanted to know about King Bimo, the last king to rule during a blight. I told him Bimo made many changes during his rule. The assembly was even disbanded for a 2-year period. Bimo declared that, in times of war, the warrior caste answered directly to the king and all voting was suspended. Balin seemed quite interested. The Shaperate do not vote. We simply record history as it happens. I cannot speak my opinions. History can be changed with a careless word. The Gavorn family is a minor one, founded when a daughter of the Ferender house married down to a warrior caste man. Her brother died, leaving her family heirless. So the assembly granted him a new family name and allowed him to adopt his daughter's children as heirs. Vartag Gavorn is on record asking the assembly to bar Harrowmont from King Endrin's sick room. He's a vocal supporter of Prince Balin. You are an outsider, Warden, but not outside the law. I hope you will not do anything to challenge the stability of Orzammar.
I'm gonna try and find out all the information I can before I make up my mind.
It shall.
Hey, you got something to tell me?
Well, have you found Lady Dace and Lord Helmy? Forged? Well, naturally they're forged. There is no legal way for Harriman to sell the same land twice over, is there? You want to know how the game is played? I wrote the papers and left a sizable fee with the registry office to back them. But if you think figuring it out gets you off the line, you don't understand how this works. I'm asking for a show of loyalty, so exactly how much truth is involved shouldn't matter in the slightest. Now, where does your allegiance lie, Warden? If you cannot support my prince, do not expect him to serve you. If you change your mind, you know what you must do to earn his indulgence.
I don't know, at this point I am kind of more inclined to support Harriman, given that Baron has tried to blackmail me. But I kind of want to know more about how the king died. And I think to do that, I'll have to go back to the library. There's surely someone around here is gonna know.
Excuse me, I can't chat.
Shh! I'm doing very important work.
Ah, you return, Warden. Is there more you would know from Orzammar's memories? Ask, and I shall do my best to answer. All dwarves who die return to the stone as ancestors, to guide their families forever. But only one every few generations rises to Paragon. A Paragon is a dwarf whose accomplishments change Orzammar so much that the Assembly recognizes they've been born blessed. They are venerated as living ancestors and found a new noble house forever bearing their name. There is one paragon of this generation, a woman named Branka. She was born a smith, but her inventions caught the Assembly's eye. Before she had seen 20 years, she created a smokeless coal. It could burn in a cave without vents and no one would choke from it. It earned her paragon status. She went into the deep roads 2 years ago seeking out secrets of the ancient smiths. She never returned. We were a great empire once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn. The Paragon Caradon, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the darkspawn. One golem is worth a dozen dwarves in battle, but Caradon's Tig is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more. At the other side of the old empire, during the last blight, the kings of Orzammar knew they couldn't hold everything. They sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. It was the only way to survive. Kal Sharok is the only other city to outlast the blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us. Your presence here has been recorded in the memories. I wish I knew what significance it has.
I don't know. I mean, I've heard talk around that Berlin is like more supportive of like reform and more deals with surface and expanding the economy, and Harmont is more traditional. So I don't know. I guess Harmont could be seen as more honorable, finger quotes, but that's just right now. Like, as I said before, I'm trying to think long term here, because it sort of seems like Berlin would be more likely to support us and help us out. I don't know, it kind of, just from wandering around like in the comments and stuff, it does seem like the rhetoric here is starting to change a bit, and people are starting to lose faith in the old traditional ways. And Berlin is the king's son, right? I mean, not that that should really count for anything, given that I'm trying to judge off, like, morals and stuff. But, oh god, I have to make a choice. I guess I'm gonna have to do this then. I don't like supporting either of these guys. They've both done kind of bad things.
Grey Warden arrives in Orzammar, most likely
They've both done bad things to try and get their way. But,
what do you
I
want?
have to go behind
I suppose you're the Grey Warden everyone's talking about. Well, this isn't exactly a surface broadsheet. Where did you get these? Never mind. It is true enough, but there's nothing I can do about it. This deal was made on behalf of our entire house. Only my father can revoke it. He is leading a deep roads expedition, trying to secure an ancient thaig. It's unlikely he'll be back before the election, but perhaps this vote is important enough for you to brave the tunnels to tell him? The Dace family would be in your debt. Thank you. He was searching an old Idukan site. He left me with this map, in case his expedition never returned. I'll give you a pass as well. Usually, no one is allowed past the front lines. Good luck.
Oh god, I hate lying. I really hate lying. Ugh, goddamn this game.
News of the hour. Questions remain as to Lord Bailey. Involvement in King Hendrin's death. Possibility of sacrifice scandal.
2 years tomorrow.
It shall be.
half expecting to hear the chorus Dan music just then.
So, I've been hearing rumors that a certain wine merchant is falling behind on his payments.
Go on, I'm out of the nug game, got nothing to sell. Saraka, I'm back in the game, such as it is. I don't have much besides gratitude, but find a bunch more of these and I'll toss you whatever I found.
Yep, just carrying live animals around now. Sure, that's really safe. I don't like lying to people, but...
Lord Dennick Helmy, honored Desher of the Orzammar Assembly, and terrible disappointment to my esteemed mother, who doesn't like me spending time in taverns. You understand what I'm saying, right? On the surface, there are no castes, and it works fine. Am I right, Warden?
I'm not really qualified to have an opinion on that, I think.
You don't get far as the youngest and most outspoken member of the Assembly without keeping an ear to the stone. I heard there was a Grey Warden in town. No offense, but you kind of stand out. Very good. I guess someone already told you I was good for nothing, drinking my life away at tapsters. Or did they leave off at greatest shame to ever fall upon the Assembly? I've always liked that one. You know, most smiths and tavern keeps would make decent deshers if we gave them a chance and a seat in the Assembly. Orzammar are so mired in tradition, no one bothers asking if the castes are even necessary. Me and 79 other fine, upstanding examples of how someone who's born into every privilege inevitably wants more. They're not fond of my views on equality.
A sound judgment, I will...
I doubt either candidate has been outside the Diamond Quarter in his life. But Lord Harrowmont seems a bit more forgiving. Prince Balin's brilliant, I'll give him that, and subtle as sin. But I don't think anything in Orzammar matters more to him than winning.
Gotta lie to him.
Oh, well, I'd ask for proof, or why you care, but frankly, I'm so tired of it I'm not even surprised anymore. I don't even want the land, but my house would kill me if I turned it down. Responsibilities, you know. Now I'll have to go through the whole process of rejecting the deal. And we'll both have to try something else. And I thought it was going to be a nice day. I actually thought he was the better candidate. You must think I'm pretty soddy naive, huh? They're all the same, well-dressed, blood-sucking cave ticks.
Damn right.
I'll have to inform Mother that Lord Harrowmont hasn't bought our vote after all.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about these notification sounds, guys. But unfortunately, due to the nature of what I do, I cannot turn those off. So, yeah.
Just can't get enough of our clammy mine air, can you? Did you need something?
I see you have his daughter's seal, so I will not stop you. But be careful. Just because the beasts have pulled back from Ozama doesn't mean there are any fewer in the deep roads. Either we finally have the edge, which I doubt, or the beasts are building up numbers for the next attack.
The surface? But I thought the vermin never went up that far except
during blights. Ancestors save us if that's what's happening. What anyone knows? She went out there with her entire house and she's never coming back.
You don't think maybe she's still there, Commander? She is a paragon, after all.
And now she's an ancestor. No one lasts 2 years in the tunnels. Of course not. Down here, you're bound to run into giant spiders, deep stalkers, and other vermin.
Ugh. Deep stalkers? What are those?
Ugly beasts they are. Walk on 2 legs, but they have the head of a worm and hunt in packs. Watch out. They're not afraid to take on a group their own size.
Gee, okay.
Best of luck.
Guess we're off. Now we need to scour every single location to find what we need for those side missions, as well as our main quest. Do I have a better sword? That's 200. I just need a bit more dexterity to use that. And once I do, I can get rid of this. Speaking of which, how much dexterity do I have? 22. I need 2 more.
Yes!
Guess it's all up to Nora again. hard. I can't believe I forgot to give Alistair a helmet until this point. That's kind of embarrassing. guys all doing all the way back here?
Yeah.
Okay, Liliana. This way just ever so slightly.
As you like.
All of them?
Very well. As you say.
Morgan, why are you just charging into a fight?
An order.
Looks like these guys were
Run while you can. I never liked this part. It's your time to die. You cannot win! Yes. Remember me. Violence is a solution. Sometimes. It shall be done.
Let's take care of these other guys, shall we?
I never liked this part. As you see.
Okay, Liliana, where are you?
Let's finish this. Another down. It's your time to die.
And back!
Nice. Nothing a little bit of teamwork can't handle.
As you say. Allow me. I could do that for you.
No, you can't.
to go!
I'm on.
Here comes trouble!
Very well.
Damn, there's a lot of ways we can go, huh? Well, we don't think this is safe. These dinosaurs? Morgan, one of your stun blasts would be very helpful.
Very well. Then let Morrigan do her thing.
Begin the onslaught!
Why do I get the feeling there's going to be something unspeakably horrible here?
It is begun. What manner of
I wasn't wrong. Someone help me out. Actually, no, that's not going to be much use. Okay, so it wasn't dragons.
I shall do it.
Why is all the gear here so terrible?
As you say.
We're getting into uncharted territory. There are enemies. See, I'm learning. I'm remembering to save.
Do it.
there's a big hall here, but there's an area back that we haven't explored yet, so let's go and do that. Oh, I'm Alistair. That took me a hot 10 seconds to notice. Gonna make sure we've got absolutely everything. There's a hot dog spawn. Pretty damn good team, don't we, Alistair? And the others, of course. I know I'm not overwriting a save, but honestly, you guys.
Well together.
That we do, Alistair. That we do. Again. that's what's her name's father.
Pulled us from a tight spot, friend. You have my gratitude. I am Lord Anwar Dace. So what's a human doing out here anyway?
I read that as answer days.
I don't understand. What could... These are the terms of a deal we made with Lord Harriman, but... the charlatan. He's promised the exact same land to Helmy. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I owe you twice now. My life and my house's fortune. Ah yes, a favor for a favor. My family is very influential with some of the surface merchants. If you attend any of their stores, you'll find them quite obliging to any friend of the Daces. I must return now. My men need healing and I want to look into this. You wish to travel with us?
I'm going to explore further.
Be careful then. There are more dangerous things than deep stalkers down here.
We can handle it. Alright, guys. I would like to keep exploring. Take it. Zero use. So that's where we were before. But there's another tunnel, and there's two more tunnels that I can see that we haven't explored yet, so let's go back and explore those, and then I think I'll end this part because it's been getting quite long.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Yeah, can you though?
On my way.
Thought so.
It shall be done. Very well.
It's blocked. Yay! And that one's probably blocked as well. Ugh. Time to return.
I shall do it.
Yeah, that is blocked. Well then, I guess we're done here. Unless there's other places I can go in the deep roads, that would be pretty cool. I'm guessing there are. Or will be. But none that I can go yet. There's a golem there, and a weird looking horse kangaroo thing. And an axe. And a tower. Well, let's go back to Ozima and see what we can learn.
Lord Balin is, bad man.
News of the hour. Support Lord Harrowmont at your own peril. Darkspawn will overrun Orzammar within the year if he becomes king. Next birthday.
Lady Dace just came through the quarter on a tear. She's telling everyone who'll listen what a leech and a liar Harrowmont is. Good job.
Yeah,
So
I didn't
you were
like
serious
doing it.
about wanting to help us. Are you ready to meet Balin now?
Yep.
I warned you, be on your best behavior, and keep your weapons sheathed.
This guy's gonna be a dickhead, isn't he? I just hope I made the right choice. And I'm glowing.
I am impressed, Warden. Not many outsiders so quickly grasp Orzammar's rather convoluted politics. I am Prince Balin. Fartag told me of your efforts against the usurper who tried to claim my father's throne. Traditionally, the king decides his successor. The assembly just says aye or nay. Kings have only ever selected someone outside their families if they were childless, or if their children lacked the capacity to rule, or, as now, when someone tries using the assembly to pull a coup. My father lost 2 sons when one turned against the other. He was mad with grief, and Harrowmont did all he could to drive him over the edge. I was his only living child, and Harrowmont barred me from him. I had to tell him goodbye by common messenger. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side? If you believe that, why are you here?
Just playing devil's advocate. But let's play to his ego.
Then we have a common goal. We may not like each other, but the Blight is our first priority. We need absolute unity to fight against the fulcrum of true evil. Absolutely. And sworn on the mail of my ancestors as soon as Orzammar is united under my rule. Unfortunately, while this debate rages, I have no power to send the troops you need. You've seen for yourself, the city is a slaughterhouse. Criminals run lawless. I could never hold the throne if I allowed such chaos. Jarvia and her Carta are behind this bedlam. If you can eliminate them, I promise as king, I will send as many troops as you need to fight the Darkspawn. Unfortunately, I have little information on Jarvia. Her base of power is in Dust Town, the lowest part of the city, and my men have few sources there. Maybe the castless will talk more freely with a stranger. That's all I can ask, but I can be of no help until this problem is solved. And every minute we wait, more Darkspawn swarm into human lands.
Alright, you don't gotta do me like that. Me and Morrigan. What was it I needed more of? I can't remember. It was either strength or dexterity. Dexterity. Right. I'm so indecisive. I think this will be more useful going forward. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and end this part here. I will see you guys in the next part. Bye!